Hello everybody, this is Barbie. I'm back with the flip through for my second journal and little pouch. This one I did with some vintage bark cloth that I had. That was an old curtain, and I just love the way it came out. I love the colors, of course. But anyhow, this little pouch is made basically the same as my other pouch with some different embellishments on it. I did a snippet here and added some of the fabric on top of a piece of vintage crocheted lace there, or doily rather. Then I made some little tags here, which I love. This is Tracy Fox's idea. This inspiration I got from Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journal, and as well as Rachel over at Roxy Creations. This right here is a Tracy Fox inspiration. It's made with plastic coin protectors, and I just followed her instructions. So if you're interested in that, you can go over and look at her tutorial on how she did this. I wanted to embellish on it a little bit because I had the idea that I wanted to hang it like I've done right here, and so I could utilize both sides. So I thought on it, and I decided to take a little piece of ribbon and put it inside, and then glue it, put a dab of glue to keep it shut, and that way it made it a little way to hang it, and then just put it onto this little safety pin. Anyhow, that's that. And let me see if I can open this up. I put the same as I did on the other one. I did a stamp on a piece of fabric, and this is my stamp, and that was able to cover up the stitching that I did for this little top snippet. And I put my little, to show who made it. I did some little, this was an idea I got from Rachel. Just taking little pieces of fabric and lining the very top. It strengthens the top of the pouch as well as gives it a bit of interest. I thought I liked it anyhow. Okay, get that out of the way. This is a little idea I got from Tracy Fox. As I had said on the other one, I did the same on the other one. Let me do this real quick. I found this little bee. It's a piece of, you use it in jewelry is what it is. But it goes, you can use it, you can run your ribbon or whatever through here, so it's a big hole. Anyhow, I thought it'd make a really cute little dangle there. So that's what I did on that. If you haven't seen the other video, I'll explain real quick. Tracy used a tag to tie her journal together, which I thought was a really neat idea. I believe hers was made out of paper, but I wanted it to coordinate. I wanted mine to coordinate with my bag, so I made it out of fabric, and then I lined it with some just some fabric on the other side, and used a chiffon with a string as a tie, and put a little eyelet down here and put some little snippets of lace just to add some extra interest here. Used a vintage button, stitched all the way around it good so that it won't keep raveling. Once it ravels to a certain point, the stitching will stop it from continuing to ravel. I'll also put some the stuff you put in quilts. My brain dead. Lining inside of this, some polyester lining, in order to give it a little bit of extra substance, and it just keeps it, I don't know, you don't have to do that, but to me it felt like it needed something extra in there, so that's why I did that. Okay, the journal size I believe is the same as the other one, but I'll measure it. 5. The other one's a little bigger because it was inside of hardcover. 5 by 7 1/4, and the spine is about 1.5 inches. And I used, what I did with this one is I printed my digital on canvas, and I discussed this in some other videos that I like printing on canvas, especially for journal covers. They're much more durable, and it just gives it like a cloth feeling, but yet it's canvas. Okay, the same thing on the back. This is one of my digitals in my last kit that I did called Calendar Girl in Nature in my Etsy shop. So I used the same kit on this one as I did on the other one that I just got through showing. This right here, I wanted to, I did a video on how I did this. So if you're interested in seeing how I put together, you can go watch my video instead of me taking time to explain it here. Again, this is a little girl. Her father sketched this. He was a famous artist, and I don't remember what his name is, but I just love the sketching. It's a beautiful, beautiful sketch, and it came off, just looks like the original. It printed off beautifully. I got it out of open access site, one of the museums. Again, I used one of little Tracy's ideas here on the coin, plastic coin protector, but this one I glued down. A little butterfly, put a little bling on it, vintage button on this journaling card. Okay, let's open it up and get busy here. My little bunny. This is the digital kit. I'm not going to say that every time. If it's not mine, I'll say so. Okay, this is a flip tag. And again, this is a Tracy Fox inspiration. Let me make sure I'm in frame here because I switched. Yeah, I'm good to go. Yeah. Oh, before I do that, I'll show you this idea here. I don't know if you can see or not. I got from, I don't remember where. I'm sorry. But it's been a good while back. And they had used, instead of safety pins, she had used big paper clips. And I liked the idea, but I had these coilless safety pins. And I thought, well, I'm going to use those instead of big paper clips because I had big paper clips. But it worked great. So it's just a real simple piece of fabric. And you stitch the fabric on real close to the top edge of the paper clip or pin, whichever. And then you can open this up and put your little dangles on there. Also, I wanted my dangles to stay centered. So I happen to have these little backings here that you put on the back of the post of your pierced ears, earrings, the pierced ear part. And it's a protector to keep your pierced ears, your earrings from falling out. So you slide that onto the post. Anyhow, that worked perfect on here. And with putting the little buttons on there, it keeps it from sliding way back. And then coming down here, what was happening is the buttons were sliding down here into the end of the coilless thing and getting hung. And so I wanted to centralize it, and that worked great. So just happened to have it in my stash. Okay, let's get on with this. This is a tag flip, and I found these beautiful little ladies, which I thought the colors really went well. So I made a journaling card out of that. And this is a 3-tag, 1, 2, 3 tag stack. I made little tabs here, and then same thing on the other side, hinges rather. Did a collage. This is another tag pocket. So I made the circle tag here, put in a couple of little journaling cards. This is out of my one of my digital kits, but this is not. I don't even remember where that came from. I've had it in my stash a long time. Seems like it's Marion Smith. If you can believe that, it's a long time ago. Again, out of my digital kit, journaling card. And I printed also on the back of the canvas, and it works perfectly for a backing. Just a real muted backing. And the spine here is stitched in on both sides with a double piece of fabric. And then I sewed through the spine on this one with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay. This is just a little, this is just a little piece of paper that I ended up putting in there, and then I glued, this is a canvas print that I had. I glued that for a pocket. I made a little tag, put some lace on there, did a little snippet. Over here, this is one of this. I don't have this in my kit, but it's envelope made for my kit. I wasn't real proficient at making all that stuff yet, and I got busy doing other things, so I didn't. I haven't offered that yet. I believe this is a Mrs. Coggs, and this is a Shabby Dabba Doodah butterfly house, I believe it is. I already had this pocket made up, and I thought it looked real pretty in this journal, so I used it there. So, again, my journal kit. This I had made up out of one of my other journal kits, paper on the back of a tea-dyed lace tag. This is a little tuck. No, I don't have anything here at the moment. Here you go. Maybe I can use that. Tuck right there. And I didn't put anything in it, although I could. And, you know, like that right there. Probably be pretty in there. Yep, I could use that in there. It's not real thick. I didn't want to make it a lot thicker. So that's small. These I got out of just something I had gotten from God knows where, but it has a vintage look to it, and so I thought it'd be good to add these for little journaling spots throughout the journal, just to utilize those, and they're not real bulky. That's one of my digitals, but it's not from this kit. I found these 2 little wrens in one of my bird books, and I love both of them, so I thought I'm gonna put these on opposite pages. Made this little tuck here. Again, that's out of my one of my digital kits, and that is my Porch Prints lace digitals on the back. And that is Nature's Remedies, I believe. Tracy Fox and Adrian with Artymaze. Again, a coin envelope. This is a Graphic Fairies, I believe, kit. My tea-dyed paper. This is a 3-stack pocket with a little itty-bitty envelope with the itty-bitty letter inside, just for fun. And then I made a little stamp tuck here to hold the envelope together. Goes in there like so. Out of one of my digital ephemera kit, the Graphic Fairies, and I think that might be Tracy's, but I'm not sure. Again, this is a smaller picture of the little boy on the front of the journal on the Reader's Digest journal. I just love that picture. I thought he looked really cute right there, tucked into that old envelope. Okay, postcard I put on top of a glassine bag. Another tag I made. One of my, out of my ephemera kit. On the back, same thing, another journaling card. Tuck, and it goes in there, like so. Okay. Again, just a little tuck, and this is a double-sided postcard. And again, this is a little, I think I might sneeze. Hold on a minute. Excuse me. So sorry. We got a bunch of stuff in the air here. My allergies are kicking up. This is just a double-sided tag I made, and I wanted to be able to see through both sides. Again, one of my pieces of out of my digital kit. Slips in like so. Another little tuck I did on a collage out of my ephemera kit. This is some more of the J. Lee Lou's paper that I printed out on tea-dyed paper. And a collage I did. It's in like so. Just a little point of interest there that you could clip things to. I was thinking it'd be cute just to take a picture and clip it to it since it's an old envelope. A fussy cut bird. This is the center, which is a trifold, and I think this is a Miss Coggs images, but anyhow, it's rabbits. You know, I love rabbits. This is a tag I used with some vintage lace up there. I mean, vintage lace and a little owl on a pin, safety pin. And I did a video on how I did this. It made it look like old copper that's been patinaed, but it is a piece of paper that I embossed and did a technique on there using Tim Holtz oxide ink sprays. You might be interested in seeing how I did that. Same thing on the other side. I just cut the 5x7 embossing paper in half. This opens up like so. Let me get this folded back in. This opens up like so, and this is the center of the journal. I did a little collage with people and all different kinds of embellishments along each one of these little pockets here, which is kind of a 45-degree angle pocket. Put a little journaling card in there and did a collage of birds out of one of my bird books all the way across the back here. So each pocket has a journaling card in it. And then this came out of one of my herb books. And that's my porch prints lining the back. And I just love the way it was such a pretty arched form. So that goes in there like so. And here is a letter. And I don't remember where I got this from. But it says it's a letter to her brother. It says, "Dear brother," and then this whole letter here. And I just love that sentiment. And so I found this envelope, which is part of the kit that I got this out of. And I think it's my porch prints, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up and see. This old envelope was there, and I thought, man, that looks like a real envelope. I mean, it's really done well. So I made a pocket out of it and found this little girl, which is a Graphics Fairy digital, and put a date on it and a place there, like she was writing to her brother, and she was sending him a picture of herself, and that's what I was imagining anyhow. Oh my goodness, the little button is giving me heck. Got turned around. I don't know why. Oh, it's hung up on there. Okay. There you go. Okay. So I had this little heart, and I thought, well, that's just perfect. That looks like a little girl. So I used some of my embossing powders and put a little bit of a shine on it. And then here's a picture of an old granny sitting there. And I just thought to myself, well, that'd be perfect there on the little girl's little old granny. And I assumed that this was a letter she sent with her photo and reminding her brother of their granny. That's my thought. And then here she is, girl grown up. She's a calendar girl. And this is one of her pictures. And this is really a calendar girl from a vintage photo I have of a calendar. And I scanned it in. And that's what this kit was named for, this calendar girl. And this is another one of my little scans I did. It's in my ephemera kit. A little tuck there, the collage. A little collage there with some washi tape and some labels. Again, this is one of the paintings, a vintage painting out of one of the open access sites. Made a little tag out of one of my collage papers with the sandpaper. And a snippet. And then that tucks right in there like so. And then also I've used a little bling there. I put some beads and etc. on a little pen that I had. One of my vintage, digitals. And I can't remember, this is a free something that I got, and I can't remember if it was Artymaze or where it was. But it was a free print. But I love this old house, so I thought that'd make a perfect card to go in there. The little stamp on top for a tab. This is a coin protector that I wanted to make into kind of like a tab. And so I did some crazy stitching on here on top of my collage. And this is out of my digital kit. A little red bird with a stamp I did from the field notes stamp. And also the field notes up here. And field notes back here stamp. And one of my papers for backing. And again, this little bird I got out of one of my bird books. And then I had some die cuts I was playing around with, and I used, I think it was 3 different die cuts for this. And stacked it all so it gave it a dimension. And then, you know, you see those round windows in a lot of the older Victorian homes, and it's what it reminded me of. So I put this little bird like it was sitting in this Victorian window. This was a tag I had, and I don't remember whose kit it came out of. I think it's Graphic Fairy. So I thought it'd make a good hinge, so I just folded it in half. And a tag that I made. This is a Tracy Fox idea, where she was making faux specimen cards. She has a video on that. If you go over and check her site, you'll find it easily. Also here I wanted to see both sides of this coin protector, so I cut a hole here, a half moon hole, and then glued my coin protector, because you know they open up, so I sandwiched it there so you could see all the way through, and also serve as a tab, and then made a little journaling card or whatever there. Same thing over here. Made a little journaling card. Did a collage here on the bottom. Right here. And a fussy cut bird. Also I used a die cut here, and it gives it a dimensional, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it gives it a dimensional aspect because this is dimensional. And I put old watch faces. I had a collection of some old watch faces, so I used those old watch faces on several of these little dangles. And that's a little fairy charm. Okay, here's another hinge where you can journal up behind it. Another one of the digital envelopes for clipping something to. This is a packaging, windowed packaging thing. I got some safety pins in here, and I thought it'd make a good slide through for a tag. So that's what that is. And the red picks up the red in the little ticking there. And I did this book in October, so I put the date, month date there's October. Here is my calendar girl. And this is a graphics fairy, I believe it is, photo frame that I used in Photoshop. And this is my entry into Tracy Fox. She has a competition going, and if you buy her magazine you can read all about it, and this is my entry into her competition for this month's magazine. So it'd be great if you want to go over and check it out. A lot of fun. this is an old piece of lace. I had a vintage piece of lace, and I backed it onto some paper because I wanted to give it stability, and sewed around it and did a collage here in the middle. And then this is the tag, which is the very last tag. And it has the same idea here with the coin protector, where I clipped the hole out, hinged it with some fabric tabs, and when you open it up, then it has different collages inside, and it says Sweet Memories, which I like that saying. And then the tag itself has a little grouping of tags on there with a little dog and some vintage buttons. A little piece tied in with a little piece of linen twine with some collaging down here. A tag with a little butterfly. And again, I decorated the back with some butterflies and some of the My Porch Prints lace backing papers. Same here. And then this is a double tag. It slides in like so. There you go. So that goes in here like so. And that's that. I'll have to, I haven't counted the pages, but I will count it and put it in the description when I put this in my Etsy shop. So, this is my little pouch with matching tie out of bark cloth. Journal. Journal in a pouch. That's it. Thank you for coming by and watching my flip through. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get some inspiration out of it and you'll make one of your own. So until next time, this is Barbie saying bye bye bye. Keep crafting. Have a beautiful day.